Alright guys, welcome back to another Ultimate Loadout building video, and today, following a request, I don't know how I just got stickers through, but I've got stickers through somehow. Today, specifically, we're going to be taking a look at a Flyers-based loadout. This is actually heavily requested, or quite regularly requested by you guys, so that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to look at the Ultimate one, and with the St. Mark collection, it's going to be pretty fucking cool. Before we dive into it, just a reminder of the giveaway for this month. It is for this Bowie knife, Crimson Web, in field test it. All you have to do to have a chance of entering and winning this is make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below of your favorite skin from today's video. And let's get into this Ultimate Flyers or Ultimate Floral Loadout, whatever way you want to word it. So with this being a Ultimate Loadout, there is no budget restrictions here, so we're just going to go for the best that we can. Now, I will have two knife and glove combos to showcase at the end, but I want to do the weapon skins first. And while they don't always have a great, say, flyer option, there's normally something we can sort of mix into it. And for this, I've gone for the synth leaf for the Glock. This is $305 in factory new. There is a cheap Glock that has some very small, like, silver flyer detail on it, but I think when we're going Ultimate, I think going for the leaf, having this nice color blend is definitely a good choice. And then the USP, we kind of have a no-brainer pick. It is going to be the Black Lotus. Now, this is $2.30 in minimum wear. You don't need to go much more than that. And just for context, all these prices are from the 2nd of July. So if you're watching it a bit later than that, allow for some variation and fluctuation. Now, while it's not my favourite P2000 skin, there is the Corsair here, which just makes sense. $7 for minimum wear on this. It is a flyer design. I actually went on the CSGO stash as well to read all the descriptions of the skins. So if some of them necessarily, I might look at this and not think flyers, but like on first glance, but I wanted to check the description to make sure. Now, the Deagle didn't really have too many great options. I went for the Midnight Storm here, because what I was thinking, if we're going floral and there's not an option, we still want to go something that's kind of like elemental, earthly, worldly, that kind of thing. And the Crash and Waves here of this, I think, sort of fit in to what we're going for. Now, the AK skin, and that is my dream, is going to feature here. It is going to be the Wild Lotus for over $9,000, actually $9,200. But when we're talking a flyer loadout, a floral loadout, there is no other option for the AK than the Wild Lotus. This is just perfect. I know you can make conversation about like the Cartel because it's got some sort of designs on it, but Ultimate, we have to pick the Wild Lotus. And then another no-brainer pick, again, it's going to be a Black Lotus skin, and this time on the M401S. $13 for this in minimum wear at the time of planning. So cheap, so good for the price you're paying. Now, this one isn't for everyone. It's another one from the St. Mark collection. It is going to be the Dark Blossom. Now, I was hoping that with CS2, they'd make this just a little bit brighter. I am aware that it's Dark Blossom, but I was kind of just hoping it would get a bit more even like shine, vibrant, something. It doesn't, but it actually is pattern-based, so you can have the flowers going in different directions, and you can do some cool crafts with this. It is $27 from factory new to get it clean, but it's unique and could fit in. And then for the AWP, I'm going to follow up on the same skin as the P2000 with the Corsair. There wasn't really any other option for the AWP, if I'm being honest, so $30 for this to get the flower theme, I mean, I'll take it. Now, as we get to the bonus skins, you're going to see a lot more of the St. Mark collection, which means it's going to be expensive, but these will be some skins that we've never showcased before on the video. We have showcased the Wild Lily before. This is used for the Wild Lotus trade up. This is $2,000 in minimum wear. Absolute crazy price for it, but it is a beautiful skin. Then the Mac 10 is actually going to be the red filigree. I think that's how it's pronounced. This skin is actually really nice. I like the detailing for it. I wouldn't personally pay $85 for it, but in minimum wear for the Ultimate Loadout, we're going to go for it. And then, in a kind of similar vein, we have the Dark Filigree, which is the P250. Now, this one's a bit better. This is $7 for minimum wear. Again, it's not overly flashy or bright, but I do quite like the artwork for it, so you can maybe do this in a different themed loadout if you want that sort of like silvery with accents sort of vibe. Now, the Tech 9, I'm going to go for the cutout. This is butterflies and flowers on it. It is mostly butterflies. That's the main thing people buy it for. But it is flowers on it, and it's only $3, so pretty sweet. Famous-wise, again, I don't think there was terribly great options, but I've gone for a Sundown minimum wear $115. We actually featured this recently in another video, and people said they really liked it. They hadn't seen it before, and it is a lot to pay for a Famous. I do like it, again, from the St. Mark collection. It's got some sort of like leaves on it from the tree. It fits in to an extent. And then a Gale skin that I think is actually a little bit underrated. Now, it's, again, Gale has such an issue with red and orange skins where they blend in. I would say this is more orange. Some people try to claim it as red. Dusk Ruins, though, it's obviously got all the different, pretty sure it's pattern-based, all the different like symbols on it. It's got different leaves, different flowers. Fits in quite nicely. Another one that's going to be expensive is the 5.7. It's going to be the Crimson Blossom. $110 for this in factory new. Color-wise, it is actually pretty cool. The pattern, I like more bright and flashy skins. I think it'd be cool if there was at least some effect on it, but it is a nice skin. Now, I have two somewhat affordable options. The first one's going to be the balance, which actually I have always overlooked, but I do kind of like this. It's got the rose on it. Now, you don't see the rose that well when you're holding it like this, but you see it when you're reloading it and when you're inspecting it, and it is obviously the thorns then going up around the gun with the rose and the thorn, that kind of thing. For the SG, I picked the Aloha. This has been getting a lot of love on the channel recently, and you guys have also been really... A lot of you guys have picked this skin as your favorite from the loadout, so 13 cents for this in Factory New, I think, is perfect for what we're going for. Now, one of my favorite AUG skins, it's just a shame how expensive it is the Midnight Lily. $280 for this in minimal wear. I think it's fantastic. I love the color change you get on the Midnight Lily flyers themselves. It just looks so cool. If this had a bit more design on the magazine or going further up, I think I could actually justify it, like, for myself. XM, I've picked the Tranquility in minimal wear for $8. Now, it's mostly the long hair, but there are some sort of floral designs here. There's a tree with what looks to be like some sort of cherry blossom on the back as well, so definitely fits into the theme. Now, a skin that for a very brief moment I was tempted by for my green loadout, it's going to be the MP7 Teal Blossom. Very similar to the Dark Blossom you're looking at, but with a different color palette. Now, it's $110 for Factory New. The MP7 isn't that meta, so I could not bring myself to drop in it for it, but this does look incredibly cool. I just wish that the St. Mark collection wasn't so expensive, because even if this was at like the $40 mark, it becomes a lot more viable as an MP7 pick. Then for the Scout, I have never actually looked at this in-game. It is going to be the csgo in minimal wear, which is about $300 at the time of planning. I've seen, I think, Zywa using this in-game before. Not sure why it's $300, if we're being honest, but it fits in really nicely for the theme that we're going for here. And then finally, another one from the St. Mark collection that I considered for the green loadout is going to be the UMP Day Lily. Same issue as the Teal Blossom, though. This is $110 for Factory New. Quite expensive for a UMP skin. It is definitely unique artwork. I'd say you don't see many skins like this in the game. So it is cool. What this means is the main skins here cost $9,600, $9,200 of that being for the Wild Lotus, and then the bonus skins will run you $3,143, and most of that is coming from the Wild Lily. Now, you want combos for this. We don't necessarily have too much floral options when it comes to knife and glove combos, but we can get stuff that works for this. Now, my first combo is going to use Broken Fang Gloves Needlepoint in minimal wear for $85. The reason for this is I actually think there is some sort of like floral design on the palms and around the outside of the gloves, which means it fits into what we're going for. And then I had to pick a red knife. I could have gone black knife, but I wanted to go for red knife. So what I picked here is, it's not a perfect pairing, but with the actual color of what goes around like the hand, it's kind of close to it. It is a Skeleton Knife Crimson Web in Battle Scarred, believe it or not. This is $500. It actually looks really good in Battle Scarred. Not a perfect color pairing, but you can see there's definitely some sort of floral design on the gloves. And then for the knife, it's like Slaughter, Black Lamina, or Crimson Web. At least Crimson Web relates to spiders, somewhat like the going flowers, you know. You can kind of pair it in. This combo is $585 in total. And then the next option isn't so much floral, but it was more so going for a neutral pair of gloves that would showcase things really well. So I've gone for Snow Leopards here, $850 in minimal wear. That white, I think, is a really nice option to showcase the skins, makes them stand out a bit more rather than blending in. And then the knife I went for was a Talon Phase 4, which is just over the $1,000 mark in Factory New. Now, I like the Phase 4 because it's like a fake sapphire. I just wanted to get a flashy knife here that would then also be shown off with the gloves. So this combo is $1,900, much more expensive and doesn't necessarily fit the floral theme, but is neutral for showcasing. So, I mean, the total skins, I did the main skins and the bonus skins, the total skins cost for weapon skins is $12,752. It's a very expensive loadout, but it is the ultimate floral, ultimate flower loadout. And it is kind of sick that you can build this if you have the budget to. Obviously, most of the budget's on this Wild Lotus, which is just such a good skin. I'm going to end it there. Just a reminder before I do that we have the giveaway running this month, which is going to be for the Bowie Knife Crimson Web in Field Tested. All you have to do to enter, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and then leave a comment down below of your favourite skin from today's video, and we'll pick the winner at the beginning of August. Best of luck to those interested. If you watched this far, thank you very much. Big shout out to all the YouTube members continuing to support the channel as well, guys. That is greatly appreciated. You can find out more info for that by checking the join button down beside the subscribe button down below. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.